Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys how to create this smooth shake effect inside of After Effects. Alright, so here are the clips that I have in my timeline. I just did a little syncing to them so it looks a little bit cleaner. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is, first off, we need to add our shake. And this shake is a plugin from Sapphire. So if you don't have the Sapphire plugin, sadly, you cannot do this. But if you do, then this is the right tutorial for you. Basically, what you want to do is search up s_shake, and you should see it in your effects and presets tab right here. And you just want to bring it over to your clip. So I'm just going to do this first clip right here. And as you can see, the default shake is just, it's honestly awful. I'm not even sure why they created this, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and change the settings here because that's how we're gonna get our smooth shake. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is load up my preset that I already created, and it is just called the Tylo main shake. That's just what I named it, but obviously you guys won't have that in your presets. You will have to actually make your own preset. So once you go ahead and copy all my settings here, then you can go ahead and make it a preset, so you can go ahead and use it for your next edits. It'll just make your life a lot easier using these presets. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open these settings up so you can see what I have. So for my amplitude, I have 3, frequency 6, phase is just 0, Z distance is 1. I'm pretty sure these are just default. Motion blur, make sure this is on. With motion blur off, it's just honestly awful. But yeah, make sure you have motion blur on. Motion blur length is at 1. Seed is at 0. Warp X reflect. Warp Y reflect. And then for your X shake, just copy down these settings right here. For the Y, just copy down these settings that I have right here for the Y. And then the Z shake, just copy down these ones. And then lastly, for the tilt shake, just copy down what I have in here. And yeah, the rest should just be default over here. But yeah, that's just the basic settings for this effect. So you can go ahead and hit save preset and make it your own preset, so you can just apply it to your next videos and clips, I guess, if you want to. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is keyframe my amplitude at 3, and we're just going to go to the very end of the clip. And if you want, I like to sometimes just like go 2 frames for the end. So right here, now what you want to do is make this 0.1. So it's not at 0, but you still have a little bit of the shake. As you can see, it just slowly fades out. But we want to open up our graph editor to change the graph of this, so it's not just like a linear line of it fading out like that. So if you hit U on your keyboard, it'll bring up your shake amplitude here, and you just want to select that, and it should select both your keyframes here. Hit F9 on your keyboard, or you can either just right click on the keyframes here and do keyframe assistance and easy ease. But I'm just going to hit F9 because it's a lot faster and it's a shortcut, so you should use that. But what I'm going to do with this graph is grab this point right here and move it down, and move this line over here closer to the end here. So now when I play that back, it's just a super smooth shake fading out like that. And the reason why I didn't put the keyframe at the very end is because sometimes I'll go to the very end of this clip right here and actually bump it back up to like 3 here, or even 6. We'll try out 3. Just make sure the graph looks good here. And you can hardly tell that there's a shake there, so that's why sometimes I like to bump it up to like 6 or 9, around there. Just get a shake you like. And when I play this back, now you can actually see that there's some motion blur, and like the shake is like building up to the next clip. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is literally copy these keyframes here. So select them and hit Control C, go to your next clip, and then hit Control V. That's just the basics. You guys probably already know that, but why not explain it? Anyways, you just wanna drag these keyframes here at the very end and line them up with the end of your clip. And you may need to adjust them. Yeah, this just looks off there. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust these here. I'm gonna bring this keyframe closer to the end like that. I might even delete this last one. Just have this 0.1 keyframe right there. And then we're gonna have to go into the graph editor. So let's adjust this here to get shake that you like. There we go. That looks pretty clean on that. So each clip you're gonna have to kind of mess with the graph editor. I feel like it's never like perfect and on every clip. Just mess with it. So yeah, you just want to keep doing that, repeating the same process to all these clips here. Just copy and pasting like this. And also, I just realized I just left motion blur off. Yeah, make sure you have motion blur on. I don't know why I just had that off. Yeah, make sure that motion blur is on. But yeah, that's basically what I do for these shakes here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you one more shake that I use in the beginning of the little video edit, I guess. It's like a Y shake, so it just shakes up and down, not horizontally or anything like that. Just so I call it the Y shake. Just bring over your shake again. And once again, I made another preset for this. I call it Y shake. load that up. So yeah, just go ahead and copy these settings I have on the screen right here and resume the video once you have these copied. All right, so once you have those settings all copied, then you can go ahead and change your amplitude to pretty much wherever you like. I think 6 and 9 looks pretty good, but I'm just gonna go with 6 here, and make sure you get the start of your clip here. Keyframe this, go to the end and hit 0. Bring up your graph editor with the amplitude here, so hit U on your keyboard, F9, and then just open up your graph editor, and we're just going to create the same kind of look that we did for the shake that we did previously. So as you can see, this shake is only bouncing up and down. It gives off a cool effect, and you can even like have the effect start in the middle of a clip, and by doing that you just want to create the keyframe at 0, and the keyframe right next to it is going to be the keyframe at like 6 or whatever. So when I play that back, say there's like a beat drop right here or something, you can have like a quick shake like that. And yeah, the Y shake is a lot of fun to use. I personally like that one a lot, so make sure you do have this one as a preset as well as the first one I used. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the shakes and how to use them inside of After Effects along with the Sapphire plugin. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what effects you guys want to see next. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.